The difficult bend. Kelsworth Road is rebuilding, the top hat told the engines. Thomas, you have to take the workmen to the station and back. Can I take any eclair with me? Asked Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt shook his head. They will be needed here, I'm afraid, replied Sir Topham Hatt. Percy promised to look after Annie and Clever, but was sorry to see Thomas go again. As Thomas headed to the yard to get to the work coaches, he saw a bear at the station platform. He warned Thomas about the difficult bend before Kelsworth. You have to slow down and take care when you come to the bend, he warned. If you go too fast, you derail. Thank you, Bear, said Thomas. At the yards, Thomas was collecting the works coaches, but he was still thinking about what Bear had told him earlier. Thomas went too fast and gave the coaches a mighty biff. The coaches rolled around and bumped into James. Watch what you're doing, snorted James. Sorry, said Thomas. He was beginning to miss his coaches, and he knew he would never biff them to them. Thomas coupled up to the coaches and was on his way to Kelsworth. The difficult bend must be ahead, he thought to himself, and he was right. The difficult bend came nearer and nearer. Thomas was supposed to slow down, but he felt scared. When he went faster, the coaches rattled and shook like mariachis. Soon be over, Thomas puffed to himself. And soon it was. He crashed right into the bushes. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Thomas felt sadder than ever. Harvey came to clear up the mess. He didn't like to see the sad look on a little blue tank engine's face. Bear warned me about the difficult bend, but I wasn't paying attention, and I went too fast, he wheezed sadly. I'm not a really useful engine without my coaches. Oh, you are still a really useful engine, said Harvey, and a jolly good friend. And he shoved away. Douglas took over for Thomas, and Thomas was sent back to the branch line. He was sad, and he wanted to get back with Annie and Claire. Then he heard the guard's whistle. A line of freight cars raced by him. They were uncoupled for Derek. Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. The cars are heading for Kelsworth Road, and they're going too fast. I must warn the signalman. And he raced after them. The cars clattered along the track. Thomas was determined to save the rebuilt station. Soon he dashed over to the runaway trucks. Hurry, Thomas, hurry, said his driver. He went faster and faster, but he didn't kneel. He went faster and faster, but he was nearly at the difficult bend. Thomas wanted to hurry, but he remembered what Bear said earlier. I had to slow down and puff with care, he said it to himself. He applied his brakes and chuffed carefully around the difficult bend. I've done it, he tooted. So did the runaway freight cars. Thomas raced as fast as he could. As fast as we can, then he wouldn't crash into the station, said this driver. He arrived just in time. Runaway cars are coming this way, cried Thomas. You must change the points. The signalman quickly changed the points. The freight cars crashed into the sign with a biff and a bash of the buffers. The guard jumped clear as they ran into the sidings, and the station was saved. The next day, Thomas was sent off to Kelsworth Road with Annie and Claire. He chuffed along for the difficult bend and slowed down and puffed with care. The grand opening was a great success. So Topham had stepped out of Annie and congratulated Thomas. "You had saved a new station," he boomed proudly. "You are a really brave engine and really useful." "Thank you, sir," replied Thomas. He felt proud. He felt proud to make his smoke box glow.